taking just to expand the conversation on the facts that we gave you on teeth repair. We're continuing this conversation with an expert in this particular field. She is a dentist and she is gorgeous. Good morning, Dr. Jen.
Good morning.
Did I catch you otherwise?
Yeah.
How are you
It
doing?
was a good introduction.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. So this morning on Tea or Coffee, we've been talking about teeth repair. We've looked at some fun facts. But you are the experts, so we need your we need your take on. So talking about tooth repair, what is the difference between veneers and braces? Let's start from there.
Okay, so they're actually worlds apart.
Okay.
Although there's an overlap somewhere.
Okay.
So braces, most people know braces. Braces has been in existence for years.
Yeah.
Braces like what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
They are used to correct scattered teeth in layman's terms.
Okay.
Yeah, but then this scattered teeth in dentistry is referred to as crowding, anterior open bite, posterior cross bite. There are so many names for it and terminologies. So when people's teeth are not properly aligned, braces is used to project little gradual and consistent movement of the teeth, because it has been known to science that teeth can move. So with that and the braces and the study behind the dental part of the braces, which is called orthodontics, orthodontists have come to realize that with that gentle, calculated moving of the teeth can come into position where it is much more aesthetically pleasing for the individual.
Okay, so all these different names that you just mentioned for the scattering, are there different names for one condition, or are there different conditions that braces can correct?
Oh, there are different conditions that braces can correct. Yes.
Okay, so what are some of these kinds of conditions?
The pretty common one is the crowding.
Okay. Yeah.
Crowding is where one teeth is overlapping against the other, or many teeth are overlapping, or they are not in line with the rest of the teeth. One is outside the arch. The arch is this up and down. Yeah, so one is outside the arch, especially the canines sometimes. Or they are not even in the mouth. They are inside the bone because there's no space for them to occupy the arch, basically.
Okay. So I know I've had family members that have an overbite. So maybe the upper one is maybe a bit like a bit forward than the bottom one. So is that a different kind of crowding, or what is the role in braces in correcting that particular?
Okay, you're actually pretty much informed. Yeah, an overbite is when the anterior upper, especially the upper, is all the way flared out.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of space between it and the lower. So braces, with the movement of braces, the way the brace works, it pulls back the teeth, into position. So an overbite is not necessarily crowding. It is an overbite.
Okay, it's just an overbite.
Yeah. Another common one is an anterior open bite.
Okay.
These are people that can't open pure water with their teeth because their teeth is not touching. There is a gap in between their teeth, the upper and the lower. Most times, what actually causes that is a habit they had growing up, like sucking their tongue.
Okay.
Or sucking.
Sorry, what did you call it? Anterior overbite.
Open bite.
Open bite. Yes. So there's no space.
There is space.
There's space rather.
Yes.
Right. And that means they can't bite down.
They can't bite into anything.
Right. That braces can also correct that.
Yes, very much.
That's okay. So I've always found braces fascinating because a person would have to wear it for I've seen people that are wearing it for like 3 years or whatever the case may be. Is there a particular time limit for wearing braces, or does it depend on the
condition? It depends on the condition and how religious the individual is with keeping appointments.
Okay.
So some people wear braces and they just go about their daily life without keeping up with the dentist appointment. So this affects the movement of the teeth and how long they are going to wear the braces. So yeah, it depends on the complexity of the person's, of any individual, basically.
Yeah. So I know before the cameras came on, I asked about your braces, and you told me that they are fashion braces. Yeah. What is that all about?
Okay, so fashion braces have been in existence for a longer time. Not for a longer time, for a long time, because braces has been known to be worn by the elites of the society
Okay.
because it's pretty much expensive. I mean,
Is
so people, especially in Asia, for example, that was the origin of fashion braces. People started to wear it to feel the way they
elite.
want to feel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm wearing it because
Okay.
I
All
just
right.
want to wear it.
What I found more interesting is that you say you can take it off at
Yeah,
any
I can
time that
take it. I
you want.
definitely take it off. I'm not supposed to wear it for a long time, actually.
Okay.
I mean, it's
What
just for
can that
fashion.
do if you wear it for a long time? So I'm
Well,
guessing, sorry, I'm guessing you don't need braces, right?
no.
So you considering that you have them on, what can they do to your dentition if you wear it for a long time?
Apart from just not wearing it for a long time, I'm supposed to keep it clean.
Oh, right, right,
You
right, right.
understand?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's for fashion. So it's not
Okay.
advised to wear it for a long time.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go to the second spectrum of the conversation, which is veneers.
Okay.
Veneers, right? Is
Yeah,
it
the same thing.
common in Nigeria?
Well, in recent months, it has become common because the likes of Davido, Burna Boy, Techno, all these people have started to do it.
Okay.
So yeah, we've attended to people who are not popular
Okay.
who have done it. And there are also people who they were doing it outside Nigeria before now, but maybe because, I don't know, for some reason they've not done it in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So now people are becoming aware of it, very much aware of it, and they're seeing the advantages of veneers and they're
Okay. So
patronizing.
what is a veneer and what is it correcting?
Okay, so veneers are a thin sheet
Okay.
of material, because there are different materials that are placed over the teeth. What do they correct? They correct a variety of dental issues, maybe not as much as braces can do. Veneers, literally, like I said, is a thin sheet of covering
Yeah.
placed over the teeth. So it can correct situations like tetracycline stain.
Okay.
Tetracycline stain is those people that have deeply colored teeth because they took some kind of drug. They call it some kind of drug while they were much younger or while the mother was pregnant. So the drug tetracycline discolors the bone, but the teeth is the only part of the body where you see the bone. So that discoloration is on their teeth. For some people, it can be really intense and it can affect their self-esteem. That was what inspired the research for veneers. So veneers is made up of porcelain. Porcelain is a special type of ceramics,
Right.
highly fired ceramics. So it is made into the shape of the person's teeth. So the individual teeth are trimmed to a certain level, and then the porcelain is made to the shape of the teeth and is cemented to the teeth. So it's literally covering the teeth. Now, to further the coverage of veneers, those teeth that are not properly aligned, like the ones that just minor cases of crowding or spacing. Spacing is when person has gap to diastema, gap. So those minor spacing can be corrected by expanding the size of the veneers after you've trimmed the tooth. You
Interesting.
understand?
So how long find interesting that they're ceramic in nature, right? How long can they last, or how long do they last in a person's mouth?
Decades.
Okay.
Decades. Although some people might need to change theirs after like 20 years, but most people don't. They just wear it. So long as you take care of it properly, you don't have to change it.
So the maintenance for braces and veneers are quite different, because it seems like veneers, it seems to me that with veneers, it's like your normal teeth.
Exactly.
Where, well, compared to braces, where you constantly to clean them or whatever the case may be. So people with veneers, are there particular meals they can't eat, or it's just like it's a good enough teeth, for instance?
One is that the veneers are done on the facial part of the teeth. Facial is
right.
Yeah. So we don't do the molars. We don't advise that you do the molar. The molars are the fat teeth at the back where you used to grind. So for that reason, they'll just have not to bite into strong meals anymore. By strong meals, I mean coconut.
Oh, wow.
I mean carrot. So you dice your carrot, you dice your coconut, and then put it inside your mouth. So because they are thin, despite the fact that they are ceramics, because they are thin, any harsh chewing can cause a breakage.
Okay, that's interesting. A breakage to the ceramic
To
tooth,
the
actually.
ceramic tooth, yeah.
And then, so I'm guessing if one breaks, is it you have to do everything,
No,
or
no,
you
no.
can just
You can
do
just do just
that
one.
particular
Yes.
one? I find it interesting that you say they just picked up on awareness, so to say, on Veneers in a couple of months. So it's not widely practiced yet.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
Of course, there are 1, 2, 3 people, but the large percentage of Nigerians are not really aware of it.
Okay.
There is another type of veneer.
Okay.
Porcelain veneers is just the hallmark. The regular type of veneers, the most affordable type of veneer will be the composite. It's called composite or resin.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is more elastic, so it doesn't break per se.
Okay.
Yeah, but the disadvantage with that type is that it changes color over time. So yeah, that people do much more in Nigeria. People do much more in Nigeria. But the porcelain, they're much more expensive, much more technical. So most people don't go for that. They go for the composite resin.
Okay. So just to wrap up this, I want to talk about grills.
Okay.
All right. So I've had a friend who was using braces, but then he designed his braces in form of grills. Are grills harmful to the teeth? Do they protect the teeth? Because we see most of these musicians, the Burna Boys, the Davidos, with like diamond grills and all that. It doesn't harm the teeth in any way?
Okay, so it is purely jewelry.
Okay.
Purely jewelry.
Okay.
And of course, whatever you're putting on your body, if you don't take proper care of it and of your body, it will definitely affect.
Yeah.
So for grills, it's advised not to wear it overnight.
Okay.
So that you don't pack the dirt on your gum line. And of course, see your dentist twice every year. It's also advised not to wear it too often, because most of the regular grills are done by are retained on the teeth by friction.
Okay.
So they press it inside and hold it. Those type can, constant friction can cause some sort of
make your teeth maybe weak.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah, I'm catching my breath. So it's advised not to wear it for too long.
Yeah.
And not overnight.
Yeah. All right. So just to wrap up the conversation this morning, it's been a delight talking to you, learning from you. So I would like the viewers to learn from you as well. So if you can just speak to some of our viewers this morning on the advice on the necessity and the importance of tooth care and essentially taking good care.
Okay, thank you very much. I enjoyed our session. So for the viewers, it's been nice being here, and I just want to emphasize on what you already know. Brushing in the morning is very important. Most of us, we are trained with that, going to school brushing, but brushing at night is key, because when you brush at night, you reduce the length of time that bacteria has to act on food. You remove the food particles remaining in the mouth, which is what the bacteria can act on to destroy your teeth. So brushing at night is key. Brushing effectively, not just chukuru chukuru chukuru, is key. Brushing effectively means you're brushing in a circular motion with your toothbrush. You brush circular motion, up teeth down and down teeth up. Not up and down, up and down. Up teeth, you brush it down, then down teeth, you brush it up. So the same thing with the inside and all the way to the back. Make sure you get to the really last tooth at the back, because that tooth in most people is impacted. Impacted means that it's not fully erupted into the mouth, and it can cause certain damages, So basically, brush at night, brush effectively, and brush all the parts of your mouth. And remember to clean your tongue as well. You can get a tongue cleaner if you wish, or use your toothbrush to clean your tongue properly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cherry. That was absolutely wonderful. We've just had Dr. Cherry on Tea or Coffee talking about teeth repair, looking at braces and veneers.